Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi.
Welcome to the Port Charles 411, and today we are sharing our conversation with Jacqueline.
Good, you're doing it good.
Sure. Okay. I mean, she's better at French because she's from France, but
yeah,
I did take French.
There you go.
But I have stuff
I'll leave
right
that
now.
up to you.
Anyway, that is the mom of little Theo and Erik Olson, aka Wiley, hopefully someday.
/ Jonah.
Eventually.
/
Or no, I guess it would be Jonah, then Wiley, then going to go back to Jonah.
Yes, technically.
True. Yep. Technically. But we've fallen in love with the boys, and
how can you not? They are so cute.
And they're so good.
Yes. Yeah, we said that the other day. I don't understand how they're fine just being passed around like that with no reaction other than,
okay,
sure, you can take me. They're just so cute.
Yeah. So we just wanted to find out a little bit more about them and what it's like behind the scenes as a child actor, as a baby actor. I don't even want to, they're children.
Right.
As a baby actor and mom behind the scenes.
I don't know how she does it. I couldn't be that organized. That's what my whole takeaway from this is it would be so much fun, especially to be on set all the time and all the stuff she knew about set, which you'll get to hear her say, but organization seemed to be key and I would be lost every day.
And I'm sitting there going, you're my girl. I'm like, you got that written down too. I would totally do that. So anyway, enjoy the conversation and we will talk to you after. Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
Here, wait, let me start my video. Oh,
okay.
So you're Shannon, and then you're Amanda.
Yep.
Okay, hi, I'm Jacqueline. Nice to meet you. I go by Jax, but Jacqueline.
Okay. I got really excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, now we're getting Jasper Jax. Okay.
It's true.
Thank you so much for joining us. You said Jacqueline?
Yeah, Jacqueline.
Okay, so it's not Jacqueline. Okay.
No, yeah. It's French.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jacqueline.
Okay. So you actually do like to pronounce it that way.
Yeah, I'm actually 100% French. So, well, no, that's not true. It's 50% French, but I have the French nationality.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that they go to France a lot on the show?
Yes, I do. And actually, I should offer my services because I speak it.
There you go.
You could have a little cameo role or something. What's her name? Charlotte's tutor or something.
Yes.
That's a great idea. That would be so much fun.
We always joke that we're available for consultation to the writers. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. You know, we love getting to know more about behind the scenes, and your boys are adorable.
They're so cute.
So, we just want to hear more about, what happens being a child actor, being the mom of a child actors.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so much fun to share. So I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
So I know you've said on Instagram that the way that you got started was one of your neighbors happened to be an agent. So you didn't have any experience with this before. The boys were the first?
Yeah, none at all. So basically, it's actually a friend of mine's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
And so she, when I was pregnant with the boys, she was like, oh, you really need to talk to my friend Susan. And she has girls who were able to pay for college. And when I heard that, I was like, that's amazing. I would love to give that gift to my boys.
Sure.
And so unfortunately, my friend waited a little bit long to give us that contact. And so around 8 months old, I finally was like, hey, I'd love to talk to her, get this thing started. And when I texted Susan, she was like, well, send me a picture of the boys. And I was just thinking, I'm just going to kind of, ask her a bunch of questions, see if this is even something I'm interested as a mom, because, you hear of Hollywood, it's scary, kids turn out messed up, etc. And so that was not at all what I wanted. So just kind of like hearing her experience. And when I sent her that picture, she was like, oh my gosh, they're adorable. We'd love to represent them. And so that was when I was like, oh, wait, I thought you were a mom. I was just going to pick your brain. And she's like, no, I'm an agent now. And, so there you go. They had an agent all of a sudden. And so she calmed my worries by saying, don't worry, just make it fun. And it's a great experience for the kids and for you. It's really great stimulation, because at the time they were babies. So, great stimulation, all the lights, all the sounds, all the people talking to you. And the boys loved it from day one. So then, fast forward, nothing happened for 2 months. We got no auditions, nothing. And so I thought, well, that's a funny story. I'll tell the boys one day. And then she's like, send me another picture. And so I did. And the boys got direct book off of that picture for General Hospital. We didn't go in for an audition or anything. They just loved it right away. It was like manna falling from heaven. How everything played out. This is not a normal experience. So
they do so much like the character of Michael. Like, there's no way you could deny that.
Yes. Did you see him post a couple maybe months ago? He posted a picture of himself at like 2 years old on Instagram. It is the spitting image of the boys. It's amazing. Casting did an amazing job. So
it's like they handmade those kids.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So did you ever watch the show before?
No, so I grew up in France. So I think it did actually air under a different name, and obviously, but I never watched it. So, and then we don't actually have a TV even currently. So we I had to get Hulu in order to watch it. So
yeah. I'm like, we don't have cable, but we stream it on Hulu. So
oh yeah, totally.
Oh, that is so funny. Do any of your friends or anything watch it? Like,
the grandparents, great grandparents are all so excited. It's mainly family. It actually took me a year to share with friends and family, just because I think I never thought it would go longer than that. Right. I never expected this. And so I think once it really picked up and we were going in a lot more and the storyline did not seem to be ending anytime soon, it was like, well, I guess I should share this. This is a huge part of our lives. So it's been really fun to get to share. And
that's really cool, because you're exactly right. If you look at some of the child actors, a lot of their timelines are for 6 months they were played,
Oh yeah. It's so short. No, that it's a miracle that they're still there. And to be honest, it's because they're such amazing boys. They're so good. I'm blown away every time I see them. I'm like, wow, how are you? Because they're not like that at home. I
was just going to ask. I'm like, are they like that at home?
No, I mean, they are the sweetest boys. They are so good, but they are not angels by any means.
Get a boom mic and some lights and you're good.
I think it's really fascinating, because now they've done it for longer than they haven't done it, because they started at 10 months old and they just turned 2. So they know this more than not knowing it. And they really do. They've taken ownership over it. Like every time we show up, they, run to the dressing room and they say hi to our studio teacher, Jamie. And then they start taking off their clothes as soon as we get in the dressing room. And usually when they see the clothes, they go, cute. And it's probably because I always say that.
Yeah.
And then one time they actually pointed to, this is my little folder here, that I have my notebook and everything in, and they pointed to the folder and they were like, and basically they were communicating, we need to get our work permit signed, Mom. And so I handed them to them and they ran off to see the studio teacher. So they really know and love their job, and it's so fun to see.
Oh, that is, so they have a tutor even at that age.
Yes. So there is it's a studio, like a studio teacher or a stage teacher. And she's at this age mainly there to reinforce the law and make sure that they don't go past the time that they're allotted. And now that they're 2, they're allowed to each play we call it play, but to play for 3 hours each, which means we're on set for 6 hours max, possibly. We have had one very long day. It was like 4.5 hours. So we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause we're both moms and it's just, we talk about it. We're like, how do they get them to
do
that?
Yeah. Well, in this last episode that just aired with Lucas waking up, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
We didn't watch yesterday. Well, I didn't watch yesterday.
Okay, then oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
As long as Michael did not find out that that's his child yesterday.
No, that has not happened yet. Yeah, that has not happened yet. But so Lucas wakes up, and and there was this beautiful scene, and the boys got to be a part of it. And actually, I still have not researched. All the fans are going to be mad at me because they keep asking, who was it? I think it's Eric, but I'm not actually sure. So I have to check my notebook. But
so you don't even know who does what sometimes.
Well, I know because I have a terrible memory. So, but what I do is I write everything down every single time. And the next time we show up, I just check my notebook and it's whoever didn't do it last time. So I keep it nice and equal. So let me just look real quick. Sorry for the little delay here.
No, don't worry about it.
I'll find, but I'm pretty sure it's Eric. His face, it looked like Eric.
How do you tell them apart?
So the best way to tell them apart is Theo has a little dimple when he smiles on the right cheek, I believe. And then Eric just has a little bit rounder of a face, I find. But that's pretty much it. So when you see them next to each other, they look really different. But if you just catch them on their own, it's really hard to figure it out if you're not their mom. So let's see. Okay, I think, it was Eric. Yeah. And he was wearing the blue sweater, and so it was Eric that filmed that day. So
Aww.
So he did a good job. But so that was what I was sharing actually is, that day he got a little bit fussy. He wanted to, run off stage. And so Perry just posted that it was actually Will's idea, Will DeRye, who grabbed a latex glove and then handed it to Perry, who started blowing it up. And that worked. He was so happy. He was giggling and laughing. But I think they're not really fussy very often when we're there because it's a special treat for them. They love it. And so it's also a special treat because they have to share. And so when one goes upstage, the other usually cries, which is so sad, but also so sweet because it shows they love it. Yeah. And so I think when the other cries, the other one who's going up, the little actor dude is what I call him, I think he realizes this is special and therefore is on his best behavior because he doesn't want his brother to come up that day.
It's like, no, it's my time.
Yeah, exactly.
With the laws and everything, did they allow them to be on standby? So like if he had been unmanageable, like would they have allowed the other one to go?
Yes, absolutely. Well, that is the beauty of twins, is that's exactly why. So every time I bring both, which is also why then I have to legally bring another person with me to watch the one down in the green room while I go upstairs onto stage with the other one. So so that's been probably the hardest challenge as a mom doing this is making sure that I am really nice and organized. I always have someone ready to come with us. And the hard part too is you don't find your call time. You don't hear about your call time until the day before. So I don't know what time we're supposed to show up until like 5 p.m. or sometimes earlier the day before. So it's kind of one of those like, hey friend, will you come be with us tomorrow? But I don't know what time.
So. I'm sure you have a long list of people that are willing to go.
Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, it's such a fun experience.
Amanda, guess what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for me to pick out my FabFitFun selections.
Oh my gosh, you were so excited with the last box. What are you going to get this time?
I love FabFitFun. Seriously, I've been using it for over a year, and at first I was like, do I really want to, spend money on that? Yes.
I know how excited
you get over $200 worth of products for only $49.99, and it's once a quarter.
That's not bad at all.
No, not at all. One of the items that I'm getting in my spring box is a light therapy anti-wrinkle light. I've seen them listed other places for well over $100, and that's going to be included in my box. They also have robes, different lotions, sprays. There's a really cute umbrella on there. Tons of things for you to pick out.
You're making me want one.
You could go to our website, pure54podcast.com, and just go under the savings tab and click the get offer button under the FabFitFun. Make sure to use promo code Rainbow and you get $10 off your first box. That's a deal. It's amazing. So go check out our website, pure54podcast.com, And make sure to use promo code RAINBOW for $10 off your first box. And you're going to love it.
So you had said on Instagram before that sometimes whenever they're filming, you have to stay out of their eyesight. Are there any of the other actors that also have to stay out of their eyesight because they kind of distract them?
Well, that's a good question. Not really. So the reason I stay out of their eyesight is because otherwise they'll like call out Memo, Memo, and want to be with me. But with the other actors, they don't necessarily call out to them because they want them. And usually there really aren't actors like hanging out on set when they're not in the scene. So if they're not in the scene, they probably aren't around there. But there's like all the cameras, all their friends is what we call them, like the stage directors, etc. And so sometimes fans will ask like, oh, who is Erik looking at? And it's like, oh, he's probably looking at Rob or Craig. Someone's making him laugh out there, and it's usually not me because I have to hide. So yeah, I'm out of his sight the whole time. And then, if he absolutely needs me, then I'll show up. But the goal is, and usually, to be honest, they don't need me unless, until they're done, basically.
Right.
And then once they see me, then they're done.
Right. Do you ever worry about them, accidentally calling Perry, dad all the time?
Well, what's funny is they know his name. They'll recognize his face and go, Perry, Perry. And so that's actually that's biggest fear is like, will they call out Perry on set, and so what's great is so far they've seemed to understand, I think, when they're filming, like, oh, we probably shouldn't be saying things. So they really don't speak too much, which is good. Although that's starting to change. In a couple of the recent ones we've just filmed, they may be saying some things. Yeah.
That's cute. But I mean, they have so much character, even though they're not. And I think that's why we like watching them so much, is because, I mean, we've seen a ton of babies come and go. And I mean, they're all cute, but I mean, they're adorable. Like, and they have a lot of character in their face and just like expressive and everything.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It's so fun. It's so fun to watch them.
So what's it like being a mom on set?
Yeah, well, great. It feels like hanging out with friends as well. So that's what I say to the boys. It's like, hey, we're going to go see our General Hospital friends. And so that's what it feels like. One of the camera ladies actually lives in our town. And so we've exchanged phone numbers and they're planning on hanging out. And it's a really fun environment. General Hospital really feels like a family. It is a special place. And we haven't actually, surprisingly, the boys have not done very many jobs outside of this. We only had one commercial that didn't air, but this feels entirely different. I mean, everyone comes to say hi. They all really care. They say, hi, Mom, to me. They just call me Mom because, but yeah, just, it's a sweet environment. And then of course, like I'm really good friends now with like the wardrobe designer and then like the stage teacher. And so it's fun for me even. It's exhausting, I'm not going to lie, but it's really fun.
Well, that's good. You have your people there too. And I mean, we're always seeing the other actors posting pictures of them with them. And it's cute to see all the kids interacting. The one that you posted the other day is Jacqueline.
Yeah, Joe, I know, it's so cute. That's another thing I love is actually the relationships that I never would have thought, that we would get to have. And so even with the other moms, like I'm constantly like messaging them and we're chatting, and the Scarola twins are so fun. They're Italian. And so we've like really connected over that. I actually used to teach at their old school, which is just such a crazy old world, like small world. So it's really like those kinds of experiences and interactions are so much fun. William's mom is Swedish. And so we've really connected over that. It's just been really fun. Eden's mom is amazing. I mean, every single person there, I could sing their praises. I love them.
And you just brought up a really good point. A lot of people do have a lot of connections to other countries because, what the heck's her name that plays Sasha?
Yes, Sophia Matson. Yeah.
Thank you.
She's from, is it Denmark? Oh no, I
think it's Sweden.
Yeah, it is Sweden as well. Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. I didn't make that connection that she's also, that's so fun. Yeah, you're right. It's Sweden.
Gadi, however you pronounce her last name. I think she's from Hungary.
No way. Okay,
Or her
cool.
family's from Hungary. But I mean, like very, like she's
Very
very
Hungarian.
connected to like the old.
That's so much fun. Yeah. Well, and then Jofiel, her mom is entirely like 100% French, so that's so fun. So yeah, it's a really interesting. Like the people are very, just have a very diverse background and have a lot going for them. So
They've been around a little while.
yeah.
Do you have other kids, or are they your?
Yeah, so I don't have other kids. They are our first, and it was just a surprise miracle that we had two, so that was really fun. And I really would love more, but my husband, I think, is like, this is enough.
Twins is kind of overwhelming.
I was like, yeah. He might be right. We'll see. But it's true that if we had more, that would make doing this a lot harder because I'd have to then find two people to take my spot while I stay with the baby, or it would become really difficult.
Somebody on the show will have a child though, so maybe you can time it perfectly. Michael and Sasha can have a baby, and so let's work on this.
Would be perfect. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'll have to tell Frank Valentini as soon as I get pregnant. Hey, by the way, you have a baby.
If we can work this into the storyline, that would be great.
That's hilarious.
And that only makes sense because the baby would then look
exactly
just like the boys, and they're all Michaels. There you go.
Yep.
So
it makes sense.
He can't dispute your logic. It's perfect.
Exactly. So you said that you were a teacher. Do you teach anymore, or is it?
No. So I'm a stay-at-home mom now. But I mean, when you're with toddlers, you're teaching all day. So it's a different kind of teaching, but it's definitely, it has come in handy. And having, 24 to 36 kids, depending on what I was teaching, this is a lot easier in my mind, having twins. So it feels manageable, even though there are moments where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted.
So how do you guys balance, family and the work and everything, especially where you said that you don't find out until the day before?
Yeah. Well, so I do have little strategies. Like, for example, I get the script a week in advance.
Okay.
And I think that's usually because normally people have lines to memorize. Thankfully, the boys don't yet. But that gives me kind of looking through the script. It's a beautiful document if you can see it. I wish I could show you, but it has like all the item numbers to the left, and then it has like, where the scene is taking place, and then all the characters in the scene. And so if you just look at that document, you can kind of see, oh, okay, Wiley will be in items 1 through 10, let's say. And so if it's 1 through 10, they start filming at 8:30 in the morning. So then I know, okay, they'll probably give me a call time of like 8 a.m. So I can kind of like, but things do change last minute. So you could be item 1 and then change to like item 30, and you don't know until the day before. So being flexible, that's another thing actually as a teacher, that's like number 1, you need to be flexible. And so this works out really well for me because I know how to be flexible. I can go with the flow. I just have to make sure I'm organized, like food wise and snack wise, and like getting their clothes and making sure we have diapers and all of those things that you don't necessarily think through, but you really have to be on top of it. So that's kind of my challenge as we walk through this together, is making sure, like I always have 2 little matching blue shirts, just in case we have an audition that pops up. You have to be ready to go. And because it's usually like, Santa Monica or downtown LA, and we kind of live inland, so it's a little bit further. It's not too bad, but yeah.
So it's good that they're only like every now and again.
Yes. Oh yeah. When they were younger, we were going in a lot, and it's hard. It's hard because you drop everything. You have plans, and it's like, oh, sorry, friend, like we can't do our play date. We got an audition.
So what do you do for yourself?
That's a good question, and I'm working on it.
We're all about self-care, so like taking care of mom too.
Well, so my New Year's resolution was actually to paint more, and so I have really been trying to. I like watercolor. I'm very creative, so I like to do that kind of stuff. I'm probably gonna have to leave soon because I hear one of them screaming upstairs.
That's okay.
Let me just. Can I just pause, or should?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Well, you can hear her crying. They're like, Mom's doing something without us.
Yes, exactly.
Come say hi. So they're both awake instead of napping.
Hi, guys.
Surprise. Can you say hi?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was saying go. That's not nice, huh? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? When they're being mean to each other, they say go.
So like go away.
Yeah, go away. And so that's what Erik is telling you is, Theo was saying go, but I think they weren't being nice to each other. Also, someone has a poopy. Who is it? Who is the poopy? Yeah, Erik does. Can you say hi? I want to hear your little voice. No? Oh, a book.
What do you have there? Is that a book?
Can you say book? There's a
Oh,
little
that's
girl
really cool.
ice cream, and so she's saying yummy.
Ooh, ice cream is yummy.
I love ice cream.
Yeah,
They're so sweet.
We just gave them. Yeah, there's a memo. There's a mommy. We just put them in their big boy beds, and so sleep is a challenge now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to read the book? Okay,
What kind of big boy beds do they have? Do they have like little race cars or anything?
No, nothing cute like that. Just like the IKEA critter bed, which is really cute. And we put them together, and so it's one big bed basically. So they're getting used to it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so what were we saying right before? I'm so sorry.
You were gonna start painting more, and you like watercolors.
Yeah, that's what I do for me. Yeah. So and then like this morning they were really difficult, probably because of the lack of sleep. And so I called the babysitter and was like, you know what? I need a break. So
good for you.
I got a little break. So that was nice. But yeah, that's actually a good question because I am not good at taking care of myself. So that is something I need to work on. But I used to be a part of a choir and I loved singing, but I don't have the energy to go. Okay, boys, I can read to you, but
they love their books.
Yes, they really love books. They really do.
Do they know that they're on TV? Do they ever watch themselves?
I show them because I watch their episodes. So when I watch it, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. And what's cute is usually they'll go like Perry or whoever's in the episode with us. And then I'll point like, oh, look, there's Chad, or look, there's, Katie. And then usually they'll go like Erik, or whoever, if they know who it is. Or they'll go baby.
Aww.
Because they know it's a baby, even though it's them. So I don't know if they really understand or if they just know it's General Hospital. I don't know what their little heads think of it. But
yeah. No?
Oh my God, they're so cute.
He's probably like, I see myself now, but
yeah. These are my friends. This is Shannon and Amanda.
Hi.
They're like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, they're like, all right. Yeah. You have a caca. I should probably change you.
I was gonna say, I'm like, we can let you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll probably need
that was really good timing, though, to be honest. I mean, we had a great conversation and
good. Yeah, thank you. This was so much fun.
This was
Thank
great.
you for doing it.
Yeah, of course. This was fun. Thank you. Okay, can we say bye-bye?
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. So that was so awesome.
So awesome. She's just a mom.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was such an easy conversation. It was like sitting down to coffee with us and just a regular friend.
Right.
It was wonderful.
Very, very sweet. Very generous with their time. Love that. I mean, it's a bummer because the boys.
Yes. I felt bad that they woke up, but then we got to see them.
Yeah.
And they're little hi and book and
they're sweet. They're
so
really
cute.
Sweet. And they're still well behaved right out of the nap.
Exactly.
But what, they were annoying each other and
which is
so
good to
cute.
see that they can have some typical toddler characteristics, because if they acted like that all the time, I would be way too jealous. That would not be fair.
Right. So what was your favorite part?
I don't think I had a favorite part. I mean, I liked hearing the stuff that we don't know. Like when she said she wished she could show us the script, I was like, oh my God, me too.
I know, it's like, right, because I think it might have been right there. Because she kind of looked down and I'm like,
exactly. Is there a way you can tilt your camera and just accidentally scan past it? Because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. And like when I asked the question about if other people had to go off set, obviously when I asked it, it didn't occur to me that no, they're not there because they're doing their other stuff.
But
so
like she said, they still could be, they could be waiting to walk in. So, I mean, there is a chance
Yes.
that someone could be.
Yeah. Just that behind the scenes.
But that does make sense,
Yeah. So, and she was just so nice. It was so easy.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm so excited. I feel like we have a new best friend.
That was a lot of fun. But yeah. Oh, and she was so sweet because I've been crazy with work this week and I just haven't had a chance to catch up on General Hospital. And I mean, by the time this airs, it's going to be a well-known thing. But I mean, she was just like, I'm so sorry, totally dodged the Michael question. Or although I guess we didn't really ask, but it was just like.
She didn't get in. She was very good about saying they'll have more airtime coming up, or this scene was a little longer, but not getting into specifics, which I'm sure is part of their contract too, that she's not allowed to spill it. But
absolutely,
I don't know that,
and I don't want her to.
Right?
So it's
but a couple little hints would have been okay.
Well, I think that's probably a big enough hint that they're going to be on a little bit more. But
Yeah.
I mean, now that they're two, they get to be on more.
Right. She said they
So
have more time. So
I thought it was really interesting to hear the different laws. And I mean, you always hear it, but you're like, okay, but what are they?
Yeah.
So
I feel like 3 hours per kid for a 2-year-old is a really long time. I was glad to hear that she said the longest day so far has only been like 4 some hours. Because as a mom, to get them up and get them ready and drive in the car, because she said she's not like right next door to the studio.
Right.
Get them there and then be there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No.
I think the biggest surprise to me was that they don't get their call times until the day before.
Yeah. How do you make any plans?
I was just wondering, how do you make the doctor's appointments?
Yeah.
We forgot to ask that. Oh, well, we'll have to talk to her again. But yeah, so we hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the boys.
So cute. Little actor dude.
That was
so cute.
That's right. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get a chance to talk with more of we have a pipeline of people right now that we're going to be talking to.
I'm so excited.
I am too.
This last year has been amazing, but this year it feels like already is going to be 100 times better.
Yeah.
Bigger and better. I'm so excited.
It's going to be great. So thank you guys so much for listening, and join us back on Monday as we do our weekly recap.
Have a good weekend.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.